Howdy folks, my name's Darren from RC Scale Models, and today I'm back with you with another kit. This one we're going to take a look at is Tamiya's 1/35 scale Panzerkampfwagen I Ausf.B, which is their early tank from 1930s to 1940s. That's around that era, I think. Some of the paint schemes are for when Poland was attacked by Germany, the very early stages of the war. So let's take a look at what we get inside this Tamiya box. This is the 2024 release. So this side of the box is one of the markings. You get two type of style of head of the early tankers, commanders cap, and then you get the other style. This side of the box we have Tamiya's code is 388 for the kit. Other markings in the kit, so pretty cool. Standard Tamiya opening box. We get paperwork, instructions, the upper hull. I've got two species in here, which is figure and lower hull section, and we have wheels and tracks, and then we have a information sheet that Tamiya give you, and paint schemes, tips and tricks. I believe that's everything. Oh no, and the markings and a tiny bit of photo etch. So we'll take a closer look at instructions. So this is Tamiya's instructions. This is a little booklet, information of the vehicle in different languages, your Tamiya paint callouts, tools required, which is pretty standard. Page 1, we have some more information about the photo etch, different marking options, which is the three paint schemes they give you, A, B and C. Just check, sometimes there might be some different variances if they do that as well, but I don't think there is for this tank. It's pretty much all the same. It is several parts for the lower hull. It's not a bathtub hull, so we've got the lower plate, supports and sides and rear and front glacier type piece. So this is how they're doing this now, and this is how they can get a little bit more detail. Step 2 is once that's built, we've got suspension arms going in, a couple of poly caps for areas. We have the rear of the tank, we've got a couple of parts being added for support, and then we have some of the arms for the wheels and return roller and guide horns and stuff going in. A couple of lights, I believe these are. And then it's the wheels going assembly. Dry sprocket is standard. We have road wheels, which are looks like 3-piece, which gives nice detail. We have idler wheel, which is 2-piece, and then it's basically attaching dry sprocket, road wheels, return rollers, idler as standard, left and right. Actually, sorry, tell a lie, before you attach the road wheels, you're going to have to, when you build them up, they've got to be done as this, like a little bogie assembly, which I forgot to mention. So there should be 4 of those if I'm not mistaken, which goes either side, and you're going to got support bar, like you see here and here. And then the track assembly is pretty much how Tamiya do this now. There are plastic, which is much better than the rubber tracks they used to give you. So this is flat, and then this section is already curved. Top section's got a slight curve in it, and then these are several links to give you that bend. And basically this is the layout of the tracks. So it's not too difficult to do. And then the upper hull is basically a large section, but you've got a couple of detail parts to add. And then a couple of glacier plates to add as well for extra detail, a couple of hatches and vision ports, and then dropping the upper hull and lower hull together, which is basic, and then a couple of just like tie down areas. Once that's done, it's all the Pioneer tools, which you see here. I like to leave to the end because they're easier to paint. And then this section here is a little jig, and you put your photo etch in and you sandwich it together, and it gives you that bend for the exhaust. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. Building an exhaust assembly and painting, wrapping the photo etch around, and then attach it to the rear of the vehicle, which you see here. A couple of more tools, and looks like a hose for some sort. Not sure what that's for. '18 has these parts at the side of the tank is for the aerial. You can have down or up, and then the actual gun itself, you've got your two machine guns poking through the front. You can have the hatches open or slightly closed, and then you've got your turret area, which is two-piece, attaching the gun, a couple of supports and hatches, and then the roof goes on, which is in the open position for your figure to be standing at the top if you wish to do so. If you don't want it, you just have to cut these tabs off, have it facing the other way, and you can have it closed. The tow cable, they're asking for thread, but I'm going to replace that with metal cable, and hopefully we can do it that way. But if not, Tamiya give you this piece of moulding plastic. You just got to add a couple of parts. We shall see. And then your figure arrangement is the colour callouts and how you want it early and a little bit later. Different style of caps. I'll probably do one of the ones that attack Poland, and they've got the two-tone camouflage, which is the grey and brown, and I think that requires the early cap, which is like 1938-39 era, I think it was. And this is basically how your figure stands inside the turret, poking out. A couple of more information on how to do decals and stuff, but pretty basic. That's it. That is Tamiya's instructions. The other piece of paperwork they give you is your colour callouts, and they give you this information sheet in different languages about the vehicle. So nice to they give you these, Tamiya. Also, they give you information of what certain parts are, which is nice as well if you don't know what they're called, like fire extinguisher and stuff like that, horn and things like that, which is nice. Looks like we have a early version as well, which is a Spanish version for the Spanish War maybe. Here's your figure, done in that dark grey blacky colour uniform, and then you've got A scheme, which is 104 in the yellow writing, and then we have B scheme in 504, and then one doesn't have any markings as such, just got the cross, and then there's a number 9. Actually, I noticed they didn't give you the two-tone camouflage. It did have two-tone camouflage. There are on other vehicles you can do, but Tamiya didn't do that. This sheet gives you the photo etch and markings, Tamiya with their staples. So photo etch is pretty much a flat piece. It's for the exhaust, so try and keep it as flat as possible. Comes in its own little bag, and Tamiya standard markings. Nicely done. These are okay for tanks, and one thing I have noticed down the bottom, you do get your markings for your figure, which is a nice touch. Actually, I didn't even know that was on there. So we're going to go through the bags quickly. There's 3 bags, and I think there's like 5 or 6 sprues. There's not a ton of parts. So we have a little bag of clear, which looks like light lenses. That's pretty much all you get. And then the upper whole section of the vehicle. It's a very small tank. It's not very big at all. This is basically about 3.5 inches long. There's a little turret. It's nicely done from Tamiya. Raised bolt detail. This one here is going to have wheels and tracks. couple of poly caps, pretty much standard. There's 2 sprues of these which are exactly the same, so I'll put that up there for now. So we have the tyre section, and then the in parts for that will be here, here and here. So it gives you that detail. Dry sprocket, and then you've got your track lengths around the edge. Suspension arms, a couple of detail parts. Oh, sorry about that, I always get called. So there's the tracks. Yeah, if you see here, it has a slight curve in it and stuff, and bend, so it has that sag and whatever. Here's the detail for the wheels. Dry sprocket. A couple of tracks that have a slight bend in it as well to wrap around, same as these ones. Come on, camera, focus. Suspension arms. So yeah, there's 2 of those, and the last 2 sprues with the lower hull and detail parts. So here's the lower hull, top almost, and the sides, and make up the bottom of the lower hull. So this is how they get some of the nice detail now. It is a very tiny tank, but it is nicely done. Support plate inside, some outer details. There's the aerial, and then there's that pipe. I'm still not sure what that is. This is that jig to bend your fellow edge around the exhaust. Upper hull section, or part of it, has that diamond plating effect, which is nicely done. Even the lower hull has some bolt detail and hatches and little parts, even though you don't see most of it most of the time because it's always facing down, but they still give you the detail, which is nicely done. The other side, and a couple of support plates, and then the last piece is here. It gives you a figure done in several parts. Part of your turret. There's that tow cable moulded in plastic. There's your hatch, some grills, suspension arms again, more vision ports and hatches, fire extinguisher, Pioneer tools at the bottom. So Tamiya figures are getting much better. Very detailed for plastic. Nowhere near as good as resin, but highly detailed for what you get out of plastic. I think they're some of the best plastic figures out there. Nicely done. Lower turret. This little bit here is what your figure will stand onto, because he's only got half of his legs up to the knee basically. It's not a full figure. There's your part of your tow cable, so it's done in plastic, and there's the other sections. Front glacier, I think that's what they call that. A couple of detail parts. There's your hatch, some kind of grill, more suspension arms. Here's part of the turret as well. I don't remember seeing machine guns. Sorry, there they are. There's your machine guns for your turret. Again, nicely detailed for plastic. They're not slide mold or anything, but they're that small I wouldn't worry about trying to drill the ends out. Pioneer tools. So yeah, nicely done, Tamiya. So there you are, my friends. Another kit from Tamiya. 135 scale Panzerkampfwagen I Ausf.B, early vehicle basically, from the early stages of the war, attacking Poland and whatnot. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.